Hey.
I gotta set up my rope.
Yeah. For today's class, set up your rope. Let's see where I can see it. Set up your rope, then in the middle of your rope, just set up a little target. So what I'm gonna use for mine is another hand wrap. I'm just gonna loop that around the middle. Try to get into one line. Or you can use anything that's tape. And just have that hang in between where your solar plexus and your belly button range, right in there. I don't know if you can see one I find up here. Just hanging in from the rope. Just gotta practice that accuracy.
Oh.
Hey, Tyler, how many people do I have signed up today? 4? Yeah. All right. So Carmen, do you have something set up on your rope? So I don't know if you can see it hanging there. We just oh, perfect.
There's like
We'll just that's good. That's good enough. We're just gonna give it one more minute, see if the other couple people will join up, and then we'll get started.
It's cold today.
It is. Spent all morning in my house, just like wondering if it was just me.
No.
Like live, work, and play all in one room now. Except when we go in the forest.
Yeah, that was fucking cold.
Icy.
All right, we'll just start the warm up nice and easy then. Minimum jumping jacks.
Second. Oh, I gotta get back into this.
All right, really clap under your leg, kick your right leg up, clap under left leg.
Ooh. It was a long minute.
Oh, I'm timing that. It's done. So next one, just gonna do some hip rotations. 5 to the left. 5
Yeah.
Okay. Left leg in front, right foot behind. pushing up on your right side, and that nice flex right here. Switch. Switch. And switch. All right, feet shoulder width apart. You're gonna bend down, touch your left foot with your right arm, left hand up straight above, and you're just gonna switch it back and forth. Great. All right, time.
We got a semi-private class going on right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. We're gonna do some teeps at the start. Then we're gonna work some elbows at the end. So last warm up drill, some shadow boxing. Last one, just we got one more. David's here. So just staying in your stance.
Loosen up my neck here.
Stance.
Yay, David!
Oh, so nice of you to show up.
Lift up your left knee, reaching towards the rope. Lift up that knee first, hold it, and get those hips in front of you, straighten your leg, bring it back down. Left leg, same thing, knee comes up first, extend those hips, bring it back down. Right knee up, extend my hips, bring it back down. Left knee up, extend my hips, bring it back down.
Do you want our foot flexed?
What's on?
Does it matter if our foot's flexed or not?
If you can, point your toes in the direction that you're kicking. So I don't want my toes pointing up. I want them going through.
All right.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this for about a minute. All right, 20 more seconds. All right, time. Take it out. Take a few seconds, stretch whatever you want. Then we're going to do 2 minutes of shadow boxing, then back in, right into the lesson, all right? So take 3 seconds, stretch out, couple minutes shadow boxing, then we'll get into it.
How's the updated Zoom going?
It's good. No, haven't been disconnected so far, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, I've noticed it's been way better.
Yeah. Although now I don't get a break every minute and a half as everything freezes and I just sit here staring blankly. Yeah, so 2 minutes shadow boxing. Warm up, loosen up, snap those punches, hands back to the face, work your kicks, work your knees, work your elbows. In, out, get that head moving, left, right, in, out.
because I'm in the way.
Vanessa, just make sure when you throw that outside leg kick, so your right or your left leg kick kicks are inside claw, make sure you're kind of depends on your friend, but practice chopping those leg kicks down, right? So if I throw my leg kick, I don't want to go straight across like that. I want that knee coming up and then cutting down through the leg. So I'm folding that opponent's leg right over.
Yeah, okay.
Another 50 seconds. And time. Take a break, grab some water. Camera here.
Getting warm, Carm?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Okay, so this first drill, we're just gonna be practicing our rear and front deep kicks. The target's there. It kind of represents that like solar plexus to the belly button, really where you want to jam in your toes on this deep kick. When I throw this, I'm not gonna think too much about like getting my foot up and then about putting my toes towards my opponent, trying to stab him with that big toe. So actually supporting, yeah. So we're gonna start off the first 2 minutes. We're gonna go a minute rear leg or front leg. And all you're gonna do is stand in range of this, pop up that rear, sorry. Pop up that rear leg, knee first, extend those hips, toes pointed right through that target we have. Nice and easy through. If it falls off myself, my little thing here that I can still aim for. Knee jumps up, point that through, and go. No real footwork on the rear one. Knee jumps up, get those hips committed into that kick and pull it back. Don't step your foot here. That puts you in danger. Foot comes up, foot goes out, knee comes up, foot goes out. And the lead one, however, you're going to take your rear foot, place it a little bit behind your front foot here. Knee comes up, foot goes out, then switch your feet back. Rear foot moves, left foot comes up, out, and then back. Nice and easy, always aiming for that target you have hanging up.
So we want us to alternate feet?
You can either alternate or go 1 minute on, and then I'll tell you when the 1 minute's done and get switch to the next leg. Carmen, when you're practicing this, make sure that knee comes up first, and then you extend.
And then kick. Okay.
Then you extend.
Okay, this isn't the one where you switch the feet though, right?
No, you won't be switching your feet.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, if it falls off, don't worry about it.
I'm just gonna tie it.
Yes.
Like kicking my.
There you go.
So Carmen, yours might be just a little bit too high, so just kick under it. And for both Carmen and Janessa, remember, I'm not kicking like upwards in this kick. Like I'm not following this up. I'm kicking through, like my foot's a spear going through my opponent. That knee comes up, and then I'm shooting with those hips in a straight line, pointing my toes towards my opponent, and then back out. And everything going right into his sternum there. And back.
Okay.
Yeah, if it falls off, that's fine. Janessa, just don't worry about it.
What kind of kick? What's this called?
This is a deep kick. So, Janessa, remember on this one, you're focused on the rope too much. Just pick a spot on the rope and aim under it if you don't have a target. And like, don't try to go up too high because I really want to hit my opponent in this area. Anything up here, it's just his chest plate. You're not going to hurt him. And remember, I'm not going like up. I'm going forward. So it goes up to like that hip level. Then I just shoot those hips out and then back. Got another minute left.
We didn't switch sides, did we?
No, for the
Okay.
footwork, no, switch sides now. So use your lead foot on that lead foot. My right foot's going behind. Lead foot goes up, and then I shoot that kick out. Here, 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 and I switch my feet back.
Okay.
Okay, good job. Yes, Carmen. Hey, Carmen, just make sure like that range that you need, it's all coming from your hips, right? So I like push this forward. I kind of just like flick it out. I'd get those hips with me, like really forward with my hips.
Okay, yeah, I found when I do that, I kick higher. So that's why I'm trying to like keep it like level.
It's a bit of practice though. Like it's okay if it feels weird and making a bit of mistakes. If I don't get those hips going forward, it's just like my legs. If I get those hips going forward, it's my weight and everything, right? It's all that weight on my body going through my opponent. Whereas if I don't, I just flick it up here. He can just probably just like walk through it and keep hitting me.
Okay. Yeah.
We got another 30 seconds.
Hurt your toe if you hit someone?
What's up? Your toe, yeah.
Would it hurt someone? It would hurt your own toe?
It hurts more because all that pressure gets put to that one toe and it just jabs you into it. It's like the difference between being hit with something like wide and something like very pointy, right? All right, time. Take a break. Your hips to rest. This time the drill's almost going to be the same. Now we're just going to set it up a bit differently. If you want to set up a target now while I talk, that's fine. If you don't, that's also fine. The reason I like the target is because like the best place to hit it is like that solar plexus right there, where like it just takes the wind out of you, can drop you, and there's just no choice. It just shuts down your system. So I like having like my little target here on the hand wrap where I can try to get my toe. For the setup on this, I like to set up pretty simple. What I'm gonna do for my rear one, my right one, so I'm just gonna throw it that cross with 3/4 of the way, and I'm just gonna whip it back and then throw that kick. So I'm gonna actually throw my cross. Once I get to about 3/4 of the way out, I'm whipping this back. You can bring it two places. You can either bring it back to your head, or you can swing it down for a bit more power. I don't really care which, just do one of those two. Whip it back, he comes up, he comes out, and go. Woo! Here to the cross.
Nice.
We're just gonna practice that one for a minute, then we'll switch to the left one. Remember, try to get that like toe on that target. My toe is shooting.
Okay, so they're both.
I want that toe facing.
So it's a cross and a right kick, right?
Yeah. So like a cross,
Okay.
3/4 out, just like a little feint. I just want my opponent's hands going up.
Oh, okay. So it's not a full cross.
And then I throw that kick.
But kicking with the back leg.
Yeah.
Just no foot switching or anything, right?
No, just your rear
Okay.
leg.
Okay.
So Janessa will be your left kick, everyone else the right kick.
Okay.
You do it. We gonna do that fancy jump thing again?
We'll do that for our lead kick. Another 15 seconds. What's that?
Is it supposed to be fast?
Practice slow until it's comfortable, and then slowly pick up the speed, right? There's no point of doing it fast and wrong, so do it slow and right as many times as you need to, and then just slowly pick up that speed. Start at 10%, go all the way up until you can't do it fast. We're gonna time for now. We're gonna go over lead kick real quick. So on this one, there's a couple ways to do it. The footwork, I like to practice the footwork because that's harder, and practicing the harder way easier. The footwork on this, same thing. I'm just gonna pop in my jab as I take that step with my right foot, and then I'm gonna throw that kick as my jab back my face. The jab, I don't really care about landing. I just want my opponent's hands enough and carrying or doing something with his hands when they're not down low and like ready to block me. So throw this jab as my right foot comes up here. And as this pulls back to my face, I'm lifting this left knee up, shooting that hip out, and switch my feet back. Here.
No, I don't like this one.
All right, it's gonna take some coordination, but
I don't that much, but it's good to know. The other way to throw it real quick is just without that forward movement. If I want to attack my opponent, if I want to close the range and throw the strike on him, that's when I'll use this right foot movement and shoot in. If he's aggressive and always going towards me and I just want to catch him as he comes in, I can just pop up my left hand with my left leg, shoot it out. And just let him walk into that. I still need my hips in front of me. I still need my hips coming out with this kick to make sure he doesn't walk through my kick. If he's walking towards me, that's fine, right? If he's a bit at range, I need to make up that range. That's when I practice this step, shooting in and coming back out. That makes sense to everybody?
it makes sense, but I don't know if my body's gonna be able to do it.
It's not my favorite kick in the world, but we're gonna practice our right side. We need to practice our left side.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go like. Nah.
Yeah, good job, David. Carmen, or sorry, Janessa. Yeah, Carmen, when you bring that left leg back, think of it like a little hop. You're going out and in and back.
Yeah.
You're still doing the footwork, right? But to make it easier for you and to make it faster for the kick, once you bring that up and start bringing it back, just hop it back.
Hop back. Okay.
Hop it back.
Okay. Like, and then.
Yeah. Thirty more seconds of this one. Okay. Carmen, good job, Janessa. Yeah, practice a few without that step forward now, just popping up that left leg. Easier one, letting my opponent walk in. You got a really aggressive opponent. You don't need to step that right foot forward. You can just let him walk in. You still need your hips going forward and your weight going through that kick, though. All right, time. Take a break. I'm just gonna put my shoes on as I talk because it's just slippery in this ring for some reason. Next drill, all I want you to do is have that like either a actual target on the rope or like just an idea of where you want to strike. Practice shadow boxing around it for a minute. Throw a combo, make some movement, and whatever combo you want. I'm always gonna be focusing on my little target here. It doesn't matter if I'm straight on or angled off. All I'm gonna do is once I'm ready, up with that right hand, through that kick, try to hit it, and then reset. Back in, moving around, back in, try to pop that left foot in. That was too much up, that's okay. Gonna keep running around, pop that out, throw my around. And just practice hitting that one spot, all right? Because getting your toe right in that solar plexus, it's the difference between just like slightly hurting your opponent and putting them down. Really try to get your toe going through that target. And makes an angle, shadow box spit. You can use the rope for some head movement if you want. You can hit that target from whatever angle you want. Just make sure you're sticking your toe through it or right under it or wherever it's hanging. And another 20 seconds. All right, time. Take a break. So with these kicks, a couple things. One, you are gonna hurt your opponent more if you stick your toe like through them than if it's going up and into the ball of the foot. If you hit the ball of the foot, that's gonna hurt too. So don't worry if you miss. And like, you know, they can be used with your opponents coming towards you, or if you close that range, you just hit them yourself. I really like to fake either the right hand, any type of right hand strike. I don't care what it is for that right kick, and the left hand for left kick. Just get my opponent's hands up because the typical way to block this is just to jab your elbow down on top of that foot. That really hurts. It can break your feet. It really hurts when that happens. So I always feint in with a hand punch before I throw that strike. Now we're going to do something completely different, and we're going to move on to elbows. So for this drill though, keep that target up and keep that target in mind, because we're going to practice putting those elbows up, like aiming them for that target. So that's really important. First combo is going to be our jab, cross, puck. When I throw this puck, I throw this puck, I'm stepping this left foot on line with my right foot, and I'm falling over. From here, I'm gonna lean towards my opponent. I'm gonna look over. When I throw my elbow vertically down to the middle. So I throw that jab, cross, hook here. I start leaning towards my opponent. I bring this left hand back to my head. I look over my right shoulder. I twist, I fall down with my eyes, and I hit that down the middle of his face, and I come back. Jab, cross, hook, elbow, and back. For this combo, practice throwing it with that elbow going right over top of your little marker on your rope. Jab, cross, hook, elbow, and back. For that, a couple of key points in this. You have to, sorry, I can't see what you see sometimes. You have to follow your elbow with your eyes. Your eyes lead this. Take that step from here. I immediately start turning towards that shoulder and popping that elbow up. If your head doesn't turn, the rest of your body's not going to turn. So that's really important. The other part is when I throw this hook, I want to lean towards my opponent as I throw that. That's going to help me swing that elbow around, and it's going to keep me safer. And the last part is when I throw this, my right leg can just stay planted. I throw that jab, cross, hook. Right leg stays still. I lean, hit them, fall off balance a bit, set my left foot back, then my right foot, and I'm back in. Jab, cross, hook, elbow, back out. Try aiming for that target with your elbow every time.
Sorry, what do you do with your foot with the hook? That's the part that I got confused on.
Yeah, okay.
So you got a jab cross.
So I throw my jab cross. Now that hook, I'm stepping this left foot over on line with my lead foot, give or take. So it's on the same line here.
Uh-huh.
Throw that hook, I'm stepping that all the way over, and then just like leaning, throwing that out, and coming back.
Okay.
So
Let's see how this goes.
Throw the elbow, it sets
Yo,
back,
I'm
and I come out.
Okay. I'm gonna go like jab cross, hook. And then
Now lean towards the rope, look over your right shoulder, and try to throw that elbow.
And then I'm going this way.
Yeah, see how you're still sideways though?
Yeah.
So what you need to do is after that hook, lean, look over, and try to get that vertically. Like I don't want it coming around like this. I want that coming right over. I just follow that with my eyes all the way around and back.
Okay, let's try.
Make sure you lean. If I lean towards that, it's so much easier. I can almost throw it without looking, right? If I don't lean.
I'm leaning on my left side
Yes.
or right side. Sorry, Zoom confuses me because your left is my right.
Towards, let's say if this is my opponent right here.
Huh.
Cross hook. I lean towards them. I look over and I try to.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try.
And start slow because this one's gonna be a bit of a stretch on the back.
It makes me kind of dizzy.
Yeah, that's all right. It just takes a lot of practice. So look over your right shoulder, Carmen. So over your right shoulder, so after I throw that hook, I'm looking over my right shoulder.
Okay.
Following that up with my eyes all the way to my target. Trying to like look at my opponent, find that target, right? So like do it step by step for me. Lean to your left.
Into my left.
Yeah. Now look over your right shoulder.
Look, okay.
Okay. Now
Okay.
follow that. Try to look to where your opponent would be. Start throwing your elbow up. It starts going up. Right? I look at it, just twist that over and hit my opponent in the face and then back down.
Back down.
It's hard. It's harder to do it super slow than it is with a bit of speed.
And like because it's Zoom, right? You're the opposite. You're going the opposite direction.
Okay, yeah.
So like your left is my right. So when you're going left, I'm like left, but I'm like no, right.
Left.
And then I'm gonna look over.
Yeah, but lean left. Lean your left
Oh my
side
God, okay.
towards that rope.
Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And
Hook.
hook. Left hook.
And remember when you throw that left hook, I'm stepping my left foot in on line with my right foot, right?
Okay. So I'm gonna go like that.
Yeah.
And then look.
But see how you're lean to your right, lean to your left, lean towards your
Okay.
opponent.
Okay. So
Yeah. Now look over your right shoulder and throw that elbow.
The left elbow.
Right elbow.
Right elbow.
Behind your back there, right? So I'm taking
Okay.
this elbow here, throwing that hook, leaning towards my opponent. Now I'm gonna look over my right shoulder with my right elbow, and I throw that up in the bow and back.
Okay, let's try this again. Okay, here we go. And then I'm gonna look this way.
Yeah. And now
And
throw
then-
that towards the rope.
My left elbow will be towards the rope. Or is it right?
Yes.
Right, okay.
So like I'm just gonna do it on a few angles. Maybe you can see it better. Yeah, cross,
Okay.
elbow back there.
Okay.
Jab, cross, hook, stepping with that foot, leaning towards my opponent. We'll go over right elbow. Back there.
Okay. Jab, cross, hook. And
Better. That was good. I'm gonna look at Janessa and David for a bit.
yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Come back to me after.
Actually, Janessa, that's really good.
Gonna get some with an elbow.
Good.
Oh, look at it go.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Dylan, you know what helps me is to kind of like bend the knee that is forward. It helps me more with my rotation because
Okay, let's see.
in the first class I was trying more to rotate my upper body,
Yeah.
and then I was having like problems with my shoulder because I don't have that much stretch. But the more that I bend my forward knee, the more that my body can reach.
Yep, that makes sense. That's good detail, and thank you, because I'll include that. So Carmen, you're very straight-legged right now. So when you go to throw this, like I'm not standing up straight as I throw this, and then trying to reach over. I don't want to always have an east bend, but as I go here, I am bending a bit. So my left knee goes down. David's saying right here, that left knee bend as I come over. Put that elbow and I come back.
Okay.
Janessa, what I was gonna say is you're throwing the elbow really good. The only detail you're missing right now is that when you throw that hook, then hand after you finish your hook, it needs to go to your head as you throw the elbow. It's unlikely to get hit from there, but if sometimes there's like a weird uppercut or a knee, you can get clipped, so you gotta have that hand up.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have to practice this one.
Good job, David. You got this one. So Carmen, remember this elbow, the like trajectory of it is I'm gonna throw this like up and around towards my opponent, right? So it's going vertically. Doing that hook, I'm leaning towards you. I'm doing that elbow up and around and towards you.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is just something I'm gonna have to keep practicing.
If you don't get that one, that's okay, because remember we have to do a couple of different variations in like, let's say 15 seconds. Yeah, good job, Janessa. Good job, David.
It makes me feel kind of nauseous.
Yeah, take a second. Okay, we'll take a break there. Now we're going to throw two other elbows set up the same way, but are a little bit easier to throw. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
The reason I like this one is one, it's a good elbow, but two, if you're practicing like boxing gloves or Muay Thai gloves on, and your opponent always has his hands up, he's always being ready, it's just good, then that gets right down the middle and has a lot of success. This next one we're gonna show, or I'm gonna show, is same setup. This time just spinning, now pop that in straight. The reason I don't really like to throw this big boxing gloves is it's easier to block. He has his hands up, it's gonna hit his forearms, his gloves, something. But in like something like MMA or just like a street fight or whatever, it has a bit more success. Although don't go getting in street fights, I don't know. But like once you have big boxing gloves, some success. So stepping that jab, cross, hook. On this hook, same thing. I'm stepping this left foot on my right foot. From here, I'm looking over my I feel that hook, step over, look over my shoulder. I'm looking at my opponent like I'm trying to beat my elbow there with my gaze. I throw that elbow, hit him, hopefully in the jaw, whatever. Up and back in. Step in, step over. Lead with my eyes, hit that elbow, and back in. Jab, cross, hook, back in. Jab, cross, hook, back in. Try to have that left hand up on your temple. Hook, back in. Jab, cross, hook, back in. Yeah, so Janessa, for this one, you don't need that vertical angle. You can just throw it nice and even across. Jab, cross, hook, here, back in. Yeah. So it's a bit easier to throw. It just relies on your opponent not having his hands up or not having big gloves on. Yeah, so Carmen, you got this one.
I don't know why, but like,
The first one's the hardest one we're doing today, and it's just a bit of a stretch on the back. It's a bit weird. On January 23rd, make sure you get it in person. All right.
Janessa, you have to help me.
Got it.
You're coming over.
Yep. And remember, try to hit that target on your rope with that elbow every time. Lead with your eyes. Look at that target with your eyes. Let your elbow follow. Herman. Hey, nice, David. I'll do this for another minute, and then we're going to go on to the last elbow. All right, time. So everyone had a good handle on that one. Again, footwork's basically the same. It's just easier to throw. Bit less success if you're fighting someone who knows how to fight and it's going to have their hands up. But if your opponent has their hands down a lot, or if they just like don't have gloves on, they just have like, small hands protecting the face, bit more success. This last one, setup's the exact same. Now we're just throwing the elbow coming up. So same principle as the first one where I want it down the middle, but this time it's up the middle through that jaw. So, little bit different movement on this. I'm throwing that jab, cross, that hook from here. Here, I'm leaning a bit over like myself, if you know what I mean? Like just stand up, bending over a little bit, and I'm popping that elbow directly upwards. So, jab, cross, hook here, pop that up, back to your stance. Jab, cross, hook here, pop that up, back to your stance. Don't lean too much, just a little bit. Just a little bit of a lean to help you twist that, throw that elbow up. Jab, cross, hook, here, pop the elbow up, back out. Jab, cross, hook, back out. So same thing, same drill. Try hitting that spot on your rope every time. And if you have trouble, then I'm gonna yell at you via webcam.
And then hook.
And so now your right elbow, Carmen,
Um,
off that
So I'm
hook.
kind of leaning.
Yeah, leaning just a little bit, and lean, twist. Look over your right shoulder. Pop that up.
Oh, fuck, that hurts.
Yeah, so I'm popping it up like that, right? So like off that hook here. See what's the best way to do this. Off this hook here, spinning over a bit, looking over, pop it up. Now I'm really just trying to pop this right up in the chin and get back.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That was a really good that was like the first elbow we did, and he threw it really good. This
Figures.
from down up. That was really good. That's the first elbow. You got it that time.
Figures.
Yeah, there. Just try to reach that elbow like another couple inches, Jess, if you can. Yeah, because this one we're really aiming for that jaw. So you want to get that head level elbow. There you go. Got David. Got this passed. So Carmen, you're still throwing the first elbow we did, which I'm not even mad about because now you're doing it right.
Now I'm actually doing it, but I'm trying to do something else. I'm fucking it up.
I know, but at least you're doing something right. It's awesome. So I don't know how you understood this one, but you're throwing the first one right now. Which yeah.
Okay.
All right. We are out of time. Janessa and David, you're both throwing this pretty good. David, we did this class on Saturday, so you know it. For these targets on your ropes or for these combos, one, stretch your back, like all your like lats and stuff after this class, because it does kind of cause a bit of strain on your body twisting around so much. At least I find, or maybe I'm just unflexible. Target on your ropes at home, like I just use the loops and the hand wraps, and for like these teeps or these elbows for anything, like again, I don't need to start standing here from still aiming towards that one spot, trying to pull my elbow towards that one spot and keep like resetting. That's fine, but once you get comfortable, like getting everything on that like one target, then start moving around, then start creating angles, then start hitting it from wherever, throwing your rolls in, and you like throw these elbows wherever you want. Always try to hit that one little target. It's gonna help your accuracy and like your range awareness. So give your backs a good stretch, use that target, have some fun, and if you're in boxing in like 10 minutes, I'll see you there.
Thanks.
All right, see you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.